Yes, fight fans, body and mind sports, my people. You are fully appreciated in this round, my guys, my people. So let's get right into it and talk. Moses Itauma, the young heavyweight prodigy, 21 years old with a record 13 wins, undefeated, and 11 coming via KO. And come this weekend, he's going up against Jermain Franklin, an American heavyweight, 32 years old with a record 24 wins, 2 losses, and 15 coming via KO. They are fighting at the Manchester Arena, and I say, let's get it, my guys. My people. Now, Moses Itauma, strongly touted as the future king of the heavyweight division. So, the very man that would take over from the very man himself, Alexander Usyk, my guys. My people. Now, Moses Itauma, his team was pushing him towards trying to break the record of the youngest heavyweight champion in the history of the sport, a record that Mike Tyson holds. However, they were unable to do that with Moses Itauma, so that opportunity is long gone, my guys, my people. However, he has been moved up quite fast in the rankings. As we speak, Moses Itauma, with that short fight record of his and being so young, he is currently ranked #1 under the WBA, #2 in the WBC, #1 in the WBO, and was quite highly ranked in the IBF as well. But they knocked him down a couple pegs, the IBF, didn't they, for not taking the Frank Sanchez final eliminator, a fight that would, of course, have guaranteed Moses Itauma at least a mandatory position to Alexander Usyk, isn't it? But Sanchez, as we know, is somewhat of a boogeyman, right? He's somewhat of a boogeyman and offers a very, very high risk, low reward opportunity, something that the team is trying to avoid with Moses Itauma right now. They don't want to take that type of risk, even if it leads them to the likes of Usyk, a fight that everybody is speculating how it will go, a fight that Turki Al Sheikh in 2025 has called for, right? Even though he's not mentioned it anymore since his involvement with Zuffa boxing, my guys, my people. But it was a fight that he did call for in 2025, right? Even when that fight over, Alexander Usyk defending his WBO strap against Joseph Parker. Would you imagine, my guys, my people? So yeah, even though you know, facing a dangerous opposition could lead him to a mandatory position for Usyk, it's an opportunity. I mean, it's a chance they're not willing to take right now, because Moses Itauma, for one, is still very, very young. So they have time. They have time to you know, make the right decisions with Moses Itauma. Also, he has not accumulated enough rounds, not enough experience in the world level, or at world level. In fact, he has 0 experience at world level, my guys, my people. And in terms of rounds, he's only gone maximum 6 rounds so far in his short career so far, and in his last 9 fights, he's only managed to go 2 rounds. 2 rounds, my guys, my people. It's just a phenomenal talent. Just a phenomenal talent. It's just stopping everybody that he faces, my guys, my people. So he is on the hunt for rounds. He is on the hunt for experience, my guys, my people. Even though he did defeat who I would call a former world level opposition in Dillian Whyte. However, the time when he got that opportunity, Dillian Whyte was absolutely shot. My guys, my people, absolutely shot. You know, but before Dillian Whyte, remember, they did try to you know, try to get the likes of Filip Hrgović, isn't it? I believe Zhilei Zhang was in there as well. Now, those are world level operators that offer an opportunity you know, for Itauma, where he has a chance, a very strong chance of beating them, right? He has a very, very strong chance of beating them. And well, they turned it down. They turned down the Itauma opportunity. And yeah, they turned down the opportunity, and that is how, in fact, during that time when those two names, Zhang and you know, Hergovich, were being surveyed as potential opposition for Moses Itauma, we also had Jermain Franklin being touted at that time as a possible opponent, right? But however, they landed on Dillian Whyte. But since the Dillian Whyte fight, he's been totally inactive. And that was in August of 2025, right? In August, right? So sorry, I'm gonna use my fingers. September, October, November, December, January, February, March. All right, 7 months of inactivity for a 21-year-old prospect with just 13 fights. It's not good enough. He's got to be more active. He's got to be more active, my guys, my people. Yeah, that has been the issue with Moses Itauma. But look, this Jermain Franklin opportunity was originally scheduled for January, isn't it? However, Itauma, he pulled out due to a bicep injury, a very minor one, by the way. You know, and he's back now. Hopefully he's well, or should I say good and well, like he has confirmed and his team has confirmed as well. So hopefully he's good and well. If he is, boy, oh boy, I can't see how Jermain Franklin is going to win this. Yes, Jermain Franklin is a decent fighter, but it's not at world level, fringe world level at best, right? But listen, he comes with good boxing skills, comes with good experience. He did arguably beat Dillian Whyte, right? And he went 12 rounds with the powerful AJ, 2 times heavyweight champion. And then most recently in his last win, he went the distance with Ivan Ditchko. Now you could argue that he lost or it didn't lose. That fight could have gone either way, my guys, my people. It was a close fight. So yeah, I do expect him to step into the ring, not just with the mind that I'm getting paid a good amount for this, right, for me to take this risk, but he is going to be, he's going to be brimming with confidence. He is going to be confident, my guys, my people. And like I said, he is a decent boxer also. He is a decent boxer also. Very, very troublesome in the ring. You know, doesn't make it easy for the opposition. He does set traps, and he does set traps, and he will make it quite difficult in there. He will make it quite difficult in there. You know, look, his record suggests that he's got a bit of pop, but he's not really known as a big puncher. So this should be quite a safe fight for Moses Itauma, I reckon. But would Franklin give Moses Itauma the much needed rounds, the experience that he needs before he goes on to take much higher risks or go on and maybe call for a title shot? All right. I just don't think that Franklin can give him that experience, can give him the rounds. I just don't think he can do it. Itauma is just too fast, too young, too powerful. I'm talking about foot speed, hand speed, ring IQ, boxing IQ. Everything is just superior to Franklin, even though he has never fought at the level that Franklin has. He's never fought at the level that Franklin has, my guys, my people. I would say maybe the best win, if we're not just looking at names, right? Maybe the best win was Dempsey McKean, who he stopped in just 1 round. That was a good win because McKean took Philip Hergovich 12 rounds to stop. I mean, it took Philip Hergovich 12 rounds to stop Dempsey McKean. So there you go. Make of it what you will. But listen, I don't think that Jermain Franklin passes 4 rounds, my guys, my people. That is my prediction. He's gonna make easy work of Jermain Franklin, my guys, my people, who will offer up some puzzles, right? Who will set some traps, but Itauma ain't gonna fall for it. And whatever puzzle he sets, Itauma is gonna figure it out in no time, my guys, my people. 3 or 4 rounds. I'm going for 4 rounds. KO Moses Itauma. Now, with that said, Moses Itauma, right? He was pursuing the WBA regular that Kubrat Pulev once held, and that got snatched away from Pulev by Murat Gassiev, right? But it was initially Moses Itauma that the WBA ordered to take that Pulev fight, right? But due to some politics, right? I think due to arbitrary court politics that was allowing Pulev to have a voluntary defense of his choice, he chose Gassiev, and Gassiev knocked him out in Dubai, my guys, my people, to claim that regular WBA championship, right? And now the talks from Pulev is that he wants his championship opportunity from Usyk, right? Or my guys, he doesn't mind risking it with Moses Itauma as long as the money is right. His coach as well, sharing the same sentiments also, and says that Moses Itauma has been awfully quiet. I've been awfully quiet since Gassiev defeated Pulev, my guys, my people. I think that would be a great fight. Would they take the fight, or would they still see someone like Gassiev to be a high risk for Itauma right now? I think that would be a great fight, because they do have a common opponent, isn't it, in Dempsey McKean, who I just mentioned, right? They both stopped Dempsey McKean in, is it Dempsey McKean? Not Dempsey McKean. Mike Balogun. I'm sorry, my guys, my people. They both stopped Mike Balogun in 2 rounds, my guys, my people. How things play out after Franklin for Itauma. Does he go on to meet Gassiev or not? Well, let time unravel it all, right? That stands to be seen. That stands to be seen. We'll let time to take care of it all, my guys, my people. Now, with that said, on to the next one, because in this magnificent 7th fight card, we also have another great matchup. This is a domestic matchup between 2 prospects. We have Ezra Taylor versus Willie Hutchinson. Ezra, 31 years old with a record 13 wins, no losses, no draws, and 9 coming via KO. That is Ezra. As for Willie Hutchinson, he is just 27 years old with a record 24 wins, my guys, my people. 2 losses, no draws, and 14 coming via KO. That is Willie Hutchinson. I think I made a mistake of calling him a prospect. Alright, he's not really a prospect. This guy has beaten the likes of Craig Richards, a great win, and he was the underdog in that fight, actually. And then he had a real hard competitive bout with Joshua Boasi. You know, he's a real entertaining fighter. I gotta give it to him. He comes to win. He definitely comes to win, and he comes in very confident, believing that he is the better opposition, right? As he did when he fought Richards, as he did when he fought Boasi also. And now he's going up against Ezra. He feels the same. He feels he is miles ahead of you know, Ezra, levels above Ezra. Of course, Ezra has not fought at the level that that Hutchinson has, right? You know, but this would be an interesting fight. This would be a very interesting fight, my guys, my people. I'm sort of pushed to maybe tilt towards Hutchinson for the win. All right. But Ezra, man, I like his style. I love his style, my guys, my people. His best wins have been Troy Jones, Steve Woodall. So 2 great wins there that is coming off of, and I believe he's going to be very, very confident as well, just as much as Willie Hutchinson would be, right? And I expect this to be a very heated fight. We saw them have the little verbal exchange and a tussle at the very, very lackluster Joshua Boasi versus Zach Parker event, right? We saw that, and you know, they were there targeting, well, they attended the fight targeting the winner of that fight there. I think Hutchinson was targeting the winner of that fight, and I think Ezra was targeting the winner of Bradley Ray and Lyndon Arthur in the undercard. Listen, my memory is a bit fuzzy on this one now, but look, this is going to be a good fight. I think this is going to be a good fight. Willie Hutchinson, tremendous young fighter, you know, but Ezra, I just love his style, my guys. I'm sort of you know, feeling like tilting towards maybe a Hutchinson win. But listen, Ezra's style is amazing. He's a good inside fighter. Ezra is a good inside fighter. I think if he can get on the inside, he does have the feet to be able to do so. If he can get on the inside, Hutchinson is going to have a hard day. Hutchinson is more effective at mid-range. More effective at mid-range, my guys. Outside to mid-range, I reckon, my guys, my people. But this is going to be interesting. I'm going to pick Ezra for the win on this one, my guys, my people. Now, with that said, there are 7 fights on this magnificent 7 fight card, including the likes of, who do we have here? Who do we have here, my guys, my people? We have Brad Pauls, isn't it? We have Brad Pauls versus Shaquille Thompson. Now, Shaquille Thompson, very, very talented fighter. Brad Pauls, I remember when he fought the likes of Denzel Bentley, lost to Denzel Bentley, but went the distance, right? Terrific fight. I expect this one to be another good fight, and whoever wins will be in a great position to possibly fight for the vacant IBF in the middleweight division. You know, that's been left behind by Janibek Alimkonali, who was stripped of the title after popping dirty, my guys, my people. Alimkonali, though, is allowed to keep his WBO strap, but won't be allowed to return to fight until December, my guys, my people, until December. Now, other fights on the card, we have Nathan Heaney, another former opposition of Denzel Bentley. He actually defeated Denzel Bentley, my guys, my people, and he's going up against Jerome Warburton, my guys, my people. Again, that is at the middle weight division. And then we have Liam Davis versus Francesco Grandelli, and that's for the European title in the featherweight division, my guys, my people. I say, let's get it, my guys, my people. Let's get it. Now, over in America, in the US of A, we also have another big fight. It is a title fight. Kieth Thurman challenging Jermain Fundora for his WBC strap at junior middleweight, my guys, my people. This is a very, very risky fight for Kieth Thurman, who has been out of the ring. He's been extinct from the ring for God knows how many years. It's been years. It's just been years. I can't really put a finger on it anymore. At least 3 years or so, on and off. We know that he came back recently, beating Brock Jarvis, right, the Australian fighter. Last year, 2025, he did that. You know, so he's looking to build on that. But that's the only fight that he's had at at 154. That's the only fight that he's had. And Brock Jarvis is not really a fully fledged, legitimate 154 pounder. This is somebody that started his career at was it bantamweight or super bantamweight? You know, so he's a blown up fighter. He's a blown up 154 pounder, my guys, my people. And that's Kieth Thurman's preparation, well, should I say, inside the ring preparation before going into a Fundora fight. The towering inferno Fundora, who just makes mushy paper out of anybody that he fights. He done that to Lubin, done that to Tim Tszyu, not once but twice. Man, this is going to be a difficult climb for Thurman. But Thurman, you can't write him off. You know, he is a former unified 147 pound champion. So he's a vet. He's a vet, my guys, my people. But how old is he now? What, 36, 37 years old? He's not in his prime. He ain't no spring chicken for an athlete. Whereas Sebastian Fundora is still very fresh. How old is he? Is he in the late 20s or early 30s, I believe. I've not actually looked at his record, actually, but I think Fundora takes it. Now, Kieth Thurman, you can't count him off because he does surprise you with those sudden swings from, you know, overhands from very, very weird angles that you can't see them coming, right? Those sneaky overhands, sneaky hooks, right? Sebastian Fundora got to look out for that. But Sebastian Fundora, he is the 6'5" anomaly, isn't he? He's the 6'5" anomaly in the middleweight division. Boy, oh boy, he's going to be towering over Kieth Thurman. How Kieth Thurman is going to get past that reach, I don't know. Perhaps Fundora ain't going to pose that problem, you know, of Kieth Thurman having to close the distance, because Fundora is a great inside fighter. You know, all his most devastating knockouts and I mean, most devastating work that is done to his opposition have come on the inside. You know, so let's see what he can do. Let's see what he can do, my guys, my people. Of course, he says he's trying to get a hold of the Ring Magazine Championship, my guys, my people. So he wants to be recognized as the new champion, the best at 154 pounds, my guys, my people. I say, let's get it, my guys, my people. But look, I've got Sebastian Fundora beating Kieth Thurman and stopping him. I think he will stop Kieth Thurman. Yeah. Kieth Thurman in the 9th round, my guys, my people. That's my final take on that one. And with that said, that's all I have for you guys on this one. Before you leave, do like, do share, subscribe, of course. Drop your comments below, my guys, my people. And as always, stay super blessed, and I'll catch you on the next one. Do remember to subscribe, my guys, my people, to support the channel. It does go a long way, my guys, my people. With that said, thanks for watching. Stay blessed.